What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another drawing tutorial, Spider-Rex. So this is from a comic, but he was in Across the Spiderverse as well. So let's give this a go. I'm on a landscape page. Use a pencil eraser, hit pause if we go too fast. I'm going to start with his eye. Head is the top half of my page. And we'll just start with this standard sort of eye shape, kind of like a lemon. Just kind of curving around. Like so. And then he's got like a thin dinosaur eye there. We have an eyelid line just coming around. And a bottom one. It can be sort of wrinkly, sketchy lines if you want. So then he has a big frown. Like that. And he's got like a white, so this like is white, kind of like Spider-Man, you know, it's white on the inside. So we got this white section that comes around here, and it's lined with a black outline. So like in here is all white basically. And you'll have sort of some more sort of dinosaur wrinkle lines and stuff for the skin coming around like that. So around his eye then is all black, right? So you got this sort of bumpy, sort of scaly black eyebrow, I guess, which kind of goes all the way down towards his nose, just beside it, and then it bumps down this way as well. And it does have like scales and bumps and things. Like so. Okay. Now, so his snout then just comes up just from here, kind of bumps down around like so. And then the back of his head comes down his neck, right? It's kind of bumpy, goes down that way. And we have what looks like an ear line, but it's kind of like the back of his skull. I'd say it's his ear. It's kind of a little shadow in there. And this comes down for the back of his jaw. And then it bumps down and up underneath his eye for his top lip, which goes down again, back up around the mouth, like so. And this just kind of hooks around his teeth and then comes back up to his snout. Right? So it's like his lip sticks out a little bit. And then we can see his nostril there. And his nostril on the other side. Just like a dark shadow. Right, that's his nostril. So his top lip then is all these kind of bumpy sort of lines coming across here, right? So these have all sort of textures on them. This kind of a thing. All coming across that top lip. Okay. And then we can add some textures on his face as well. So like coming around his eye, all down this way, across the lip. And they have this sort of skull section. T-Rex is always like here. It's like a bone section or something. And also when you're drawing reptiles, you can add sort of these kind of circles, clusters of them, you know, together. And then he has like some lines just on his snout here too. Scaly sort of skin lines coming all the way up the face. Right, just give him a bit of texture on his skin. And then we'll do the bottom jaw. So the bottom jaw sort of comes out here, kind of sticks out at an angle. Back in, across. And then it goes down towards his chin and then curves up. And the bottom jaw sort of is not as long as the top. See, it kind of like goes to there, because it kind of like fits in when his mouth closes. His top lip will go over his bottom lip. This sort of curves in that way, and then it goes behind his teeth and back up into the corner of his mouth. And then he has another one of those lip lines. Can be bumpy because of all his skin and scales. And then we have all those textures on his lip. And again, so textures that like come down around his mouth and stuff. Clusters of scales. Like so. If you want, you can give him like a scar. And then that skin at the side of his mouth, you know. Like so. Then we just add his teeth, so just like standard spiky dinosaur teeth. And we can see the underside of his mouth as well. So we can see the teeth that come down this side too. And probably where it connects to his gum a little bit. So it kind of disappears behind his tongue there, and we have another skin line. So you should probably be able to see like where they go into like his mouth. You know, like the skin sort of part. And then his tongue comes out from the back of his mouth. Kind of like sticks up here. Kind of pointy. Back down. And then we have a row of teeth just in front of his tongue. Oh yeah, and then it goes back behind the tongue, just there. You can see just the base of the tongue. Just going that way. Okay, so he's got this cool fin on his forehead. It's like a web. So we've got like spikes, right? One, and it goes back towards the back of his head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it looks like. Kind of get a bit smaller as we go back. Okay, and these are joined together with webbing. Like that, and then we have webbing lines just kind of in between. Okay, and then his eyebrow on the other side comes out like so. Some like skin there. Do 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 do. That's the side of his mouth. Yeah. Okay. So for his body, right? So back of his neck, right, comes down this way. Kind of bumps like that. The other side of his neck and chin, sort of here, right? We got like all these necklines. Going down that way, and it just sort of goes down there. So he's like turning his head this way. You'll have like all these texture lines just sort of coming down, and like some like neck wrinkles that T-Rexes normally have. Just like all this skin fold here. Bit of a shadow underneath his chin, just to show that it's a bit darker under there. Like that, right? And then again, like wrinkles and textures and lots of that stuff. I'll do that all at once, right? We'll just get the main shapes drawn in first. So his body sort of goes back, right? His spine goes back this way. Down like that, right? And this will go down to his tail, which flicks back that way. But we have a leg, like right here, like his thigh, right? Like so. And then his hind leg, like in here. And then his like knee. And so that's like his kneecap. And then the rest of his leg just goes off the page this way. So we got his calf, and it just goes all the way down, like so. So his stomach is in line with kind of his knee. And then it goes up this way. And then we have his chest here. And then another leg that goes off this way. And you can see like his thigh there. And then his like foot or calf or heel or something here. Right. So his shoulder sticks off this side. And then you have his bicep, tricep, real small arms. And then his forearm down to his elbow. Around to here. And then we just have two little claws. Sharp, spiky claws. Like that, nice. And then we have another arm here, so like his shoulder muscles. Here. Tricep, bicep, forearm. And the elbow just goes over his leg there a little bit. And then comes back. Right. So then we have a big finger, right? So like his knuckle comes down to like this. Finger like that, and then we do the next one. The skin sort of wrapped around it. Like that. Okay, so then his tail, the big tail, right, kind of whips around this way. So it comes out from his calf muscle there. So that's the bottom. This is like the top of it, right? So we go, and it's kind of bumpy because it's all textured and stuff. But we just go around like so. And it whips back that way. and then back around into there. Okay, so you'll have all these textures on it. And like the spine part, so say like where it comes down for his back, you'll have this sort of line here for the tip top. Going down like that. So then we have like black spider lines, right? So like on his chest and on his back, there's these like shapes for what looks like, you know, the spider symbol, but it's like spiky, right? So it's like this black stuff here, all these spikes, right? Like a V going down his chest and then into there. So like his chest line is like here if you want chest muscles on your dinosaur. And then we have the rest of these spiky black symbols like that, right? So they're all dark black. And then he's another one on his back here, drawn in like this. Okay, and they're all dark inside. And then, so all over, like you've got like these textures, right? So say if you were going around his leg like this, across the way, his knee, and like on his back, all these textures. And then we go across his black symbols as well. So all these scales along his tail. So on this side we'll go that way, and then these will go down. And then some that will go this way. So they kind of like crisscross one another. Right, and say like on his shoulder as well, some that like go across, and they would curve, kind of trying to make it look like a football or a globe. I think there's another black line under here. Right, so just these textures, and as well, if you want like these scales of skin and stuff. So like these circles, clusters of dots together. Like that. And you can keep texturing as long as you want, until you're happy. And then you add color. Hope it's helpful. Or don't add color, you can just shade. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.